Hey, it's Mike. Today we're going to take a little bit of time, see what progress we can get done on this gnarly little situation of a B-pillar we got going on here on the driver's side door. It's been shown before. If you remember, it's pretty tore up, ripped, and I'm not sure if a repair with what's there is feasible, but we're going to try and see before jumping and making new metal. But let's give it a go. Taking a closer look at our situation here, this is obviously where the door latch ends up. It's probably related to the damage that was on the door, but who knows? I mean, we'd be speculating, but I mean, we can only guess that it is. So you can see it's pretty ripped. We got cracks here, those tiny little pieces there. We got big rip there. It's pushed out here. I can feel it. There's another little rip there. So this edge here is pretty sharp on the other side, pretty square. But this is a little bit shallow. So I'm gonna see first if I can push this edge back that direction and get this edge a little more square to the car, just like the rest of it is here. And then we'll keep plugging along. I'm a little bit concerned about welding those little tabs, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I already had a couple of tools out. So I'm going to try using this little round section here as kind of a die to maintain a little bit of a radius there. It seems to fit okay in the rest of it. So we'll give it a few hits and see how it moves. That's looking better. You see that I gotta assume that this bottom section here is where the positioning needs to be. So I've got to take and twist this whole contraption out a little ways to get the openings back into position. So probably hit from the inside. Zero access. That is a problem. There is no way to hit that, so I'm probably going to have to find something and do a little bit of a massagey prying action in there to try to persuade. All right, I got you set up on the inside, but see, we got this structure here that's kind of preventing any access there. So see if I can do some prying. Is that busted off too? I suppose it is. I don't know. I guess it is. Must be. Okay. I hate beating up tools, but let's try. I'm gonna get in this corner here. With this, it's got a pretty tight radius. Let's see if I can push that outward. Well, definitely moved it. Right, had a little bit of a delay here. Had to take care of things for a couple of days, but where I left off, we were getting some progress on the pillar over there where it's all bashed. But before I get too far, we were starting to move a little bit of metal, and I need to get a reference so I know where I'm at and where I need to be going. So I'm going to get a template of this over here, so we have some sort of guideline to shoot for. So I'm going to start by getting this striker off, and then we'll get some tape. Before I take this off, I'm just going to scribe around it real quick so I know where to go to come back. Not a big deal, but at least it'll speed up my process a little. Yeah. Oh. That's going to be kind of hard to see. It is what it is. Get rid of some of the dirt here, give our tape a chance to stick. Make kind of a bigger template than I need, I think, just so we have plenty of alignment options. Thinking maybe this hole would be a good place to use for an alignment, and then there's a seam here. So we'll do that. I'll get a razor and cut out some features. Alright, so mark our hole here. There's that. Cut these holes out. Okay, clean up top portion here. Nice. Good little template there. All right, we'll see how this works. I just put a little something on here to get the sticky off, but the idea being, so when I flip this inside out, should be a mirror of the other side. We're not too far, I guess, but we see our holes are a little off. I mean, in all honesty, there's probably enough adjustment in the mount that doesn't really, not going to make a whole lot of difference. But what I do feel is that there's a big hollow underneath the tape here, which means the metal still has some room to move. This is pretty tight around here. On the bottom and in the corner, it's pretty tight. And then it gets kind of loosey-goosey up here. So I've got some room to push it out, but we're not far. We're not very far away. Put some marks here from the back side, so try to ginger those back where they need to be. Okay, I think we're gonna leave it here. I don't want to get too fussy about it because I don't want to start thinning the metal, especially trying to grind in these real tight spaces here. This is all going to be covered up by the door catch. On this seam here, or on this profile here, we'll put a little bit of filler in that so that it will be presentable. We're not going to leave it in that kind of condition. Same thing up in this area here. We'll make it look nice for sure. Had a bit of a rough start with the welder starting out. I had it set for another project. Had it set for another project that I was working on, and so we had to dial it back quite a bit because I was burning through. Made a little bit of a mess, but I think it cleaned up all right. And now this is done, definitely be able to move on a little bit and start getting this interior portion ready for some sort of coating, so we can get it tidied up, start getting stuff put back together. All right, see you in the next one.